All right, what's going on, guys? We're here for Let Me Tell You, episode 6. I'm here with Nick.
What's going on, guys? I'm here with Mateo.
Get it? Yeah, I think we're on schedule now.
Yeah,
Once.
yeah. It's been
So,
2 weeks. Like this will be like pretty continuous now. Yeah, bi-weekly. We're on schedule.
I was kind of like, oh, should we push it off? But I was like, might as well. Might as well stay consistent. And we have like good things to talk about.
Yeah,
And I thought, like, what was going on this week? Just check the TikTok, check the emails, what's going on. There's a lot of good shit.
yeah,
All right, let's get for that. I think we're just going to get into like our Toka update, just like kind of talking about like next steps with us.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like we've just been posting a lot more. We've been pretty consistent. We talked about like last time the Grimace video popped off. Since then, the algorithm I feel like has been rewarding us. So that's been really cool. Like we've been posting at least a video like every 1 to 3 days. Like there's a couple days where we go like consecutively, a couple days where there's 1 day gap, which is still good. But I feel like as long as we're posting and feeding, like consistent views have gone from like 1K to like now there's a couple videos with 2K after a row. So like I don't know if it's algorithm boosting us, but it feels like it.
yeah, it does. I feel like it's going good. Yeah, and I feel like sometimes the weekends we just like are doing our own thing, so like we don't even post. Maybe that is the prime time to post for our audience. Like
Yeah.
they're probably chilling and whatnot. But hopefully from this organic stuff, we're building a viewership and we're, getting a couple people going to the website and whatnot. But maybe we can start doing paid ads. That's what we've been thinking about. We're working with this team that's super cool that wants to help us out, and so we'll see how this paid ads go. And they came up with a really cool strategy that we hope to implement into like all this future updates that we want to do.
Yeah, they had a bunch of good ideas. Even today, like we dropped off one with Mateo, we dropped off a card for one of the members of that team, and he's in Canada, so
Yeah.
hopefully he gets it and he's hyped about it. But yeah, it's been cool working with them and seeing their ideas, and like I think we're at the point now, possibly where we could like implement it now and work with them and do some cool stuff.
Yeah, just bring it to life. Honestly,
Yeah,
baby steps and just doing it when we can. I think that's the most important part. Just keep going, doing it, and yeah,
Dig-
we'll see what happens.
digital products too. Like it's pretty much Mateo was grinding, did a lot on that. So shout out to Mateo. But it's pretty much there. Just a matter of like when we want to roll it out and how. So we'll see how that goes too. Like that could be possibly something to work on with them too.
Yeah, it's just honestly like the marketing, like there are simple ways that we figured out how to do it. It's honestly just executing. It's like this is the time of the day when we both finish work on Wednesdays,
Yeah,
like around this time.
it's usually the best reset for us.
Yeah, so like Wednesdays are like perfect because we both work from home that day. Every other day is like we finish around 5 and like it's that kind of like groupy feeling after. It's like I just want to chill. Like that's why we always like kind of grind out on Wednesdays, have our content ready for the next couple of days or couple of like posting days. Uh, but digital products hopefully soon. The one that we have that like talks about like the Drake method, it's kind of like a perfect time to drop because he's on tour
Yeah,
and he's just saying like all these crazy things on stage. Everyone's like recording it. Like it's like, oh, like to all the guys out there that doesn't want to take bullshit from women, I want to hear you bars. And it's like,
it's crazy.
that was a good one. But yeah. And as well, we're just staying active. We're trying to play tennis.
Dude, so active. That's been really good. At least for me, like it's been dope. Everyone's down. Like we played tennis yesterday for like an hour and a half. Been surfing a lot more than like I ever have, like since I moved here. So yeah.
Surfing's been good.
The videos have been cool too. We've taken the GoPros out. Like Mateo's been editing his really nicely and stuff. And like
Yeah.
it's been really fun.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it fun too. Like I hope like people don't look at me surfing like with the aspect like, oh, he's just trying to like record like clips and like become like this like content creation. But like honestly, I do it because it's fun. Like I feel like I like remembering those days that we went to go surf, and then like I find these cool TikTok sounds. So I'm like, I want to put that over it. I don't even post them on TikTok. I just put them on my Instagram like
Yeah.
feed. Like it doesn't even go out to a lot of people. I just want to post it because I like it.
Dude, yeah, same. It's just, they don't even look cool. That's the thing. Like, it feels really cool. Like, I'll be out there and have it on my little wrist. I'm like, dude, that clip has to be like somewhat cool. And then it's like, it's really not that cool. I've been posting them on Threads actually, like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it work? Like, is it working?
No, not really. But it's just like personal. I just kind of threw it there. So I put on my Instagram story, and then I was like, let me put it on Threads. So like, it's just it's like for the memories, and like it feels way cooler than it looks always, but it's just cool to like look back on. Like, look at me on that wave. It doesn't look that sick, but it is. Trust me. Like,
Oh, it's in the moment. I
yeah.
get sick, and then like you look at the video, like all the waves look small. I'm like, bro, this looks gigantic.
Yeah.
I used to go for like the fish eye.
Yeah.
How's your Threads journey going? I kind of
Dude, It's been good. Yeah, I've seen obviously now like the news has gone on about like how Google trend searches are down, like the usage in general is down, but I don't know, it's still second for Twitter for me. Like I'm still checking Twitter like a little more, like probably twice as much more as Threads, but I do post more on Threads if that means anything. Like I don't tweet anymore that much. Like I used to be pretty active, especially in college. Like I used to tweet like a lot, but now it's more just something to view. Like I'll retweet something like here and there. But for Threads, since it's like new and no one's really on there, like I feel a lot more free. So I haven't
New opportunity.
I've been posting a lot more on Threads, like not it's just personal stuff, like anecdotal stuff. Like so it's cool in that sense. Like it's like a diary. It feels like old Twitter where I just throw something out there and like know that no one too crazy or that big of an audience will see it. So it's been cool in that sense.
I want to do it, but sometimes I don't want to post. Like I want the drafts from Twitter. I think that's like what I want on Threads because I like to write stuff, but like not automatically post it or just like have it. I can put it in my notes, but like I don't know.
I use it like as a diary, I think. Like I wrote like literally I went to LA and I was like the comedy store, it never disappoints. I was like Pizza Palace, the place we ate at was really good. Or like I was literally just like vlogging it or not vlogging, but like documenting diarying through like Threads. And, like no one really is gonna understand that or really get it besides me. But it's cool. Like
That's
it's
cool. Like a vlog version, but like a blog. I mean,
yeah, I don't really know what to call it.
yeah,
It's just like if you know it, or just like memory. It's like the same thing like the surf clips. It's just like
yeah.
what for memories, like okay, that's cool, but that's about it.
That's a cool concept though. Yeah, I mean, I just seen those like posts like the usage is down. I don't know that necessarily means that like Twitter's going up, but like
Do you see the thing where they started paying creators from the fund? Like Elon has that 5 million fund, and then like if you're for Twitter like users, like NBA Paint is a popular account on there, like all these other memes accounts,
they're paying them.
they're paying them out. Like I think so a couple accounts like got 2,000. NBA Paint did like a meme where he said he got 1 million, but I guess Elon has this $5 million fund, and based on like the traffic you drove to your page and the replies that you're getting and things like that, they're paying people out. So if you like are a verified account, you have a certain amount of followers, and then you have your connected Stripe account, they automatically were paying people out. People were getting like 2,000, 1,000 here and there. So that was pretty cool on Twitter's end. So like that came out like right after Threads came out. So like they were like, oh, like
That's like a good incentive.
yeah,
It's like kind of like Snapchat.
yeah.
I've been seeing a lot more about that stuff. I saw a salary transparency. You know that account, salary transparency,
Sounds familiar.
where that girl just goes like, "Oh, what do you do? For a
Oh
living?"
yeah, yeah,
Like, how much do you make? So she asked like this content creator. He has like 9 mil on TikTok. And he just like skits and like other stuff. But basically, he was saying that like I think like 50K comes from just like brand deals
dang.
per post or something like that. And then like he just kind of estimated that he makes around like 500K a year.
My God.
So I was like, damn, like that's wild. I mean, and this rule of thumb was just like consistency and be yourself. Like
Yeah.
brands rather like do that, like pay for those people than like someone like filtering. Like also that like the blogger guy, Jack Cook.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was just basically saying like, like these people would rather pay me to just like have just like a tiny spot in my vlogs during the day just because the value means so much more of me like using it rather than just like straight up blogging about it and just I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, it's gone back. It's gone like reverse now. Like I don't know if you know Steezy Kane that did like he's like one of the mic'd up dudes that went around and did like dumb stuff. Like Steezy, he's like a YouTuber.
Familiar.
He's been like reverting. He's been posting. He said he was gonna post a lot more, but he's still posting like once every like week or two. But he used to do like those mic'd up like Danny Duncan videos, gotta do dumb stuff, or like he used to do like the lip singing to songs.
Yeah, I remember that.
But
Yeah.
he's been posting a lot more like deep content because he's just been like, that's the old me. Like that content was cool. It got me to blow up. Like that's no longer me, like who I am. So like, and he's a lot more filmmaker route. So he did like a podcast with one of his friends. He's been doing like just like life updates and like personable videos. He's like if you're here for the old me, like he's ever coming back. Like this is me now. He's like, I'd rather have like an audience of like 50,000 or 100,000 people that like, comment, or like are engaged with me and know me as a person versus like 1 million people that like are just like, hey, that's the guy from TikTok on the street. And I was like, dude, that's kind of like a great way to look at it. So it's kind of like trending that way.
It's like Liza Koshy. Do you watch the interview?
Mm-mm.
That interview she does with either a YouTuber employee like currently or an ex-YouTube employee. Basically they had an interview and she was saying like that's why she took this long break. Like she doesn't post anymore because like she was posting what she liked, but then it got to a point where she was making the content for what people would like from the old version of her. And then she's kind of like saying the same thing. Like if you're here for the new version or for the old version of me, like I'm not here anymore. Like this,
Yeah.
like I'm a new person. Like I want to change. Like as I'm growing, and she was just saying like she started like in her early 20s, and she felt like that was like her foundation to learn about herself, but she put that energy towards like the same like personality and attitude for quite a while on YouTube. So that's why she wanted to change.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Makes
that's
sense,
pretty, that's
man.
a good, yeah.
There's
Well,
no
I like that
connection there.
saying.
Yeah, like for the long form. Like it is reverting. He was just like, yeah, the like Mr. Beast thumbnail, this and that. He's like, I made it a point to like make my thumbnails only like screenshots from the video and make it like black text. Like he's like, I almost want to make them uninviting because like I only want you to click if you care. And I was like, he's going like complete reverse. But like, yeah, it's interesting to see that mindset.
Dude, it's even like Cody and Noel, like that's cringe. They knew when to stop.
Yeah,
That I thought that was such an interesting take. They knew when to stop because it's like, what's the point?
yeah,
Like we want to grow as creators. So yeah, I thought that was like, pretty interesting.
interesting, man.
Yeah, well, I guess we can go on to our next thing, which is Barbie. Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really know how to say it either.
I think it's
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, dude, the marketing's been going crazy.
Dude, that's like kind of what I see on my feed now. It's just like how the marketing is like revolutionary. And then the marketing that's leading up to the movie, they're hoping that the movie has like a new perspective of how people use Barbie. Like they want it to be,
Being consumed.
yeah, they don't want to like treat it as like the doll thing anymore, like more of a lifestyle, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially for like I haven't even seen the trailer. Like I have tickets to go see it on Friday actually, and I was like, "What is this movie even about?" We watched it today, and it does make sense that that's kind of the view because
Yeah.
it's glorifying like the life of Barbie and then implementing that life into real life. So like it's kind of like the movie is directly like corresponding with that kind of thinking.
Yeah, it should be good. I mean, good cast, good
Cast is
director.
crazy.
Did you see that like there was a like a high or they used so much pink paint that there was like no more.
In the movie, like a shortage?
No, like in the world.
Oh,
Like there was a shortage in the world of pink paint because they used a lot and
Yeah.
it was an influence for other people to go. So that's
oh,
why
and
shortage
buy it?
grew.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's anymore, but I thought that was so interesting.
They've been smart, like brand. I guess like every movie's pretty tapped into like how they market and stuff. But like Duolingo was at that red carpet premiere. Nicki Minaj was there. I don't know if she's not in the movie, but I think Nicki Minaj was
Like
there.
the album.
Oh, okay, the music.
album,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Nicki Minaj, Dua Lipa, like all because of the music. But seems like they're pretty tapped in, like that way wise
Yeah.
too.
Hopefully it's. I'm hoping it's a good movie.
And Oppenheimer, that's also another bit. I mean, it's about the like invention of the. I think it's the atomic bomb or one of the bombs,
Yeah.
and then Albert Einstein, this and that, are kind of in a Christopher Nolan. But
It's another good cast too.
yeah, I sent you that one TikTok about Tejas' one where it's like the illusion of choice and like how I also saw something like
Oh, the Pepsi versus Coca-Cola.
yeah, like it's better to give people two options versus just one because it kind of makes them like pick one if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
But it was unintentional.
yeah, it is
At the
unintentional.
same time.
Yeah, so like say Barbie just came out by itself and like a consumer like us would be like, "Oh, like yeah, I can see it later," or like I'm going to go see Barbie, that's one decision. Versus now it's like Oppenheimer and Barbie are out. It's like, "Oh, now there's two great movies. Which
Yeah.
one am I going to go see?" Like, it's no longer like am I going to go see it? It's like which one am I going to go see? So that was very interesting.
You see how like it's that same concept, but 15 years ago it was Mamma Mia and The Dark Knight.
Oh,
So those two came out the same day. So like that's what people relate.
it's like complete opposite. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, even this one too, like hell opposite.
I saw on Complex that 40K people, I don't know how they get this stat, but 40K people had bought tickets to see both.
Oh, the same day.
Yeah. I was like, that's crazy.
I feel like it was my movie hop that
Ye-
day.
Yeah.
Or
I don't even know how you get that statistic though, but yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, that
They
is.
bought both back to back. So
Wow.
or like both to see both or whatever.
Yeah, I think the marketing was chill for this movie. It wasn't anything like Barbie, but I
Like they did the cast
Christopher
really well.
Nolan. Yeah, Christopher Nolan, the cast, like that's what's making it like a grand thing. But we'll see. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm more excited for Barbie.
We'll give our reviews. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It seems like Oppenheimer seems like too serious of a movie, but it still looks really good. Like, I'll probably end up watching it, but yeah.
Josh Peck's in Oppenheimer.
Yeah, yo, wow.
And then as well, the Roderick from Die Wimpy Kid too.
Really?
Yeah, he's in it. This guy was having an interview with Christopher Nolan. He was like, "Oh, you have a famous person from Die Wimpy Kid." He was like, "Yeah, Roderick. Roderick rules." It was so funny, like the way Christopher Nolan said it, but
Dang.
yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Next topic was Kai. I know Mateo doesn't know too much. Like he knows Kai is and this and that, but his trip to Japan specifically,
Apparently, it's been iconic.
yeah, I think it's been really cool. I think it's part of that. Like I don't watch Twitch or like that much, but apparently it's part of that show that he does with Speed, like where they get
Yeah.
places.
Oh,
That.
okay.
So they both are there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he meets up with that guy from Japan.
Yeah, so like he made this like random fan friends. Like they're all just there like doing their own thing. I think Kai's been just streaming like whatever. I don't really they have their schedules and whatnot. But he was just in Tokyo and this guy came up to him and he was just like Kai and he was like, no way, like blah blah. And they started vibing and this and that. And Kai was like, dude, I really like that guy's energy. Like, let me get his number, like let's hang out later. So then he hung out. Yeah, it's really like a fan, random guy. And so he hit him up and they hung out later even. And like the TikToks have been so funny because he's from Taiwan, not even from Japan. He's from Taiwan. He's just also visiting, but they just been like vibing. Like Kai's been doing like the rush hour like bits with them, like singing the music, and they were like Kata. Like and the thing is, this guy Ray, his name's Ray. His like English is pretty good, but it's still broken at the same time. So like he keeps saying like God did over and over again, and like some of the time he just like doesn't understand. But his English is really good, so it's kind of confusing. But they're like, yeah, he's part of AMP now. Like he has to come to Atlanta or I have to go to Taiwan. So like it's been like really good in terms of engagement.
They've been streaming the whole thing, or like is it just part of that show?
I think it's both. It's like they stream like when they're just whenever walking around, and then I think they also have the show. Because I think the show is like exclusive on something or something like that.
Gosh, I know Speed's there too.
Yeah,
I saw clips on TikTok. I should watch them on YouTube, like some full ones.
the Ray and Kai is just like wholesome because he's like a random man that pulled up and then he was like hanging out with him. He bought him like an outfit and like let him put on his chain and they were just like walking around like hanging out. So
photos too of them like on the stairs.
Yeah.
I was like,
So yeah, just a random fan, bro. I thought that was dope, and the numbers have been crazy, and Kai's been going crazy. They had that complex
interview.
interview.
Yeah, they had like the questions like how much he's making.
Dude, they said 400K a month.
Yeah, and he says, but like the Twitch split is like 50-50, but like still that's like 200K plus.
It's crazy.
They had another one like of like how like if you want to start streaming, like you really have to be invested into it. That's what Kai was saying. Like you have to want to love it. Like you have to put like time and day, like your time and energy into it. Like not necessarily like put your whole day, but like a good amount of hours to be like recognized and like just people come for you, like in the personality and consistency.
Dude, I don't know if you've seen. Do you remember FusiTube?
I do, yeah.
He's been streaming the last 15 days, I think, 24 hours
Straight?
like every second of his life. I think he's having like another like episode, like he's like kind of Kanye-esque where like he takes like I don't know if he's like prescription,
like a lot of weight, right? And like you got really
a lot of people are saying it's like steroids and like he's kind of like repeating the same like pass as like when he did that July 15th thing. That was crazy. I don't know if you remember. I used to watch FusiTube like big. I was a big fan of his. Like he's like Middle Eastern brown dude that was doing it. And then like the fake prank stuff came out and he's going a little crazy. So I stopped, but I still watch him from afar. But yeah.
It's on Twitch.
So now he's just recently on Twitch, like 15 days he was streaming. He's now one of the top 10 streamers in the US, I think. So he boosted like so fast to like be, I don't know if it's top 10 in the US like overall or just like currently. I think it's currently. But I like checked it on one of his streams the other day and like he's been posting clips. Yeah. He paid, that's like the manic episode. He was trying to pay someone at Better Buzz at Fashion Valley Mall. He literally was in San Diego, but he was trying to pay, like there was a long line and he was like, hey, like can you pay for my coffee? I don't want to wait in the line. Like it's ruining my stream. Like I'll pay you double like what the coffee is. And the girls were like, nah, like you do it, or like they're like, nah. And he was like, this is what's wrong with society. And everyone was flaming him like, dude, you're literally live talking to your camera at a mall right now. And like, so he's kind of like backwards in that sense. Like, but he just bought a brand new Tesla. Like he is ripped now. So it's kind of like he's going through a manic episode. Like you're just watching it. He's from the Bay Area actually. He went to San Jose State. He was a theater major. But anyways, that was off topic. But he's just really boosting because I saw Keemstar post about it on Twitter. Like he's now top 10 streams in the US right now, and he's been doing it like consistently.
I've seen those clips of him like streaming of him streaming through TikTok and like
donos, yeah,
they donate and like the donation like AI voice like is on speaker loud.
Yeah,
and people put like heinous things and like he just like if he's in the store in line and they put something heinous, like he'll drop everything, just like walk out.
There was Ace Racers who's at the airport.
Oh my god,
They told
yeah.
him to turn off the stream. They were talking to him, and he was like, they're like, "Fousey, turn off the stream. Like, it's not worth it. You're gonna get arrested." And he was like, "Nah, like it's fine, bro." Blah blah. Blah. And
How
then
loud's the
he did
thing?
it. Dude, it's loud.
Oh my
But
god.
anyways, that's why he's like blowing up. I've been seeing so many clips about him, but his stream is like there's like 1,000 people viewing him while he's sleeping. The other day, someone said
Oh.
because it's just
Oh, wow.
24/7.
Oh,
Because he doesn't turn it. He doesn't like. He think he ends it to like switch stuff here and there, but it's basically 24/7 streaming. I was like, that was
streamer
pretty
show vibe.
crazy dedication, but the numbers he's booming. So
Wow.
very interesting.
That's just like the guy who invented Twitch. I think I could be butchering it, but either the first user of Twitch or the person who created Twitch, he was just live streaming 24/7, and like how he built the platform like for that became Twitch
Dang.
because they're like, oh, like if he can stream this online, they use like that same coding stuff to create Twitch. I thought that was like super interesting.
It is like a thing though, right? Into like people do streamathons. Like I know Kai's done one before,
Yeah.
15 days or 30 days, and I know it's like hard and they have like built-in bits. But yeah, Fusi just seems like he's like doing random stuff, and he's like maybe not. He said he was taking 15 Adderalls, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" So very interesting.
Yeah, that is
His numbers are booming. Switch is very interesting platform. And
damn.
there's Rumble too now, which is very interesting. It's just an interesting space.
The other one too, there's Kick.
Oh
that
yeah,
one?
yeah, yeah.
That one, I don't remember.
The Rumble deals are crazy.
I
Like,
don't even. Yeah, what is a ninja even on? I heard he's not even on Twitch, but he still streams.
there was like a stat. Someone said like this streamer is getting paid more than LeBron James this year, and I was like, what?
Yeah, there's one service where it's like per 1,000 views or per hour, something like that. Like you're making more than minimum wage, and you don't need to have a huge following.
Oh, I think I saw that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Through.
somebody did the math like on Ninja's like thing, and he was just like making a shit ton of money, and it's like it was just wild.
Yeah, man. Very interesting.
It's like I feel like it's one of those things too. Like they have to choose a platform. It's like even with short form, it's like either shorts,
Oh,
reels.
this is what that guy was talking about. Because they signed these guys to deals, but they're not even exclusive. This is my first million podcast. And it was like they signed this guy to that crazy like LeBron James deal. It was like $100 million deal for like 10 years or something. And they were like, yeah, and everyone was flaming Rumble because they're like, it's not even exclusive. Like he could still do YouTube or Twitch if
So he's
signed to Rumble.
streaming to all those stuff.
And this guy on the podcast, he was actually previously like part of Twitch. Like he helped them kind of grow. And he was like, yeah, we signed someone like that and did a similar deal. And it's actually beneficial for it not to be exclusive because it brings people over to their platforms. So, like they'll be streaming on Twitch or YouTube and then be like, hey guys, like they started the stream, they're starting to do it. And they're like, hey, like the stream is going to end now. I'm going to do the grand finale, or like I'm going to finish the stream on Rumble. It's like go to Rumble and finish the stream.
I guess that's.
And I was like, that's crazy. And then he was like, yeah, like numbers wise, it worked way better than the exclusive deal. And I was like, that's an interesting aspect or point.
That is pretty cool.
Because they just stop it and be like, finish the live. Like, I'm going to do the grand reveal of the stream on Rumble, though. And so you have to go there. And I was like, that's a good
That's
tactic.
a good mindset. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's like instead of gatekeeping, might as well let them come to what's naturally being spoken to.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
That was
crazy.
cool. Because everyone was like, they're so dumb. Why isn't it exclusive? This and that. And he explained it like that. And I was like, okay, that makes sense.
You seen the TikTok live stuff?
Dude, the
Like the-
NPC?
Yeah, the MTC stuff, and like they're just like I don't even know what they say, but like everyone's hopping on it.
It's kind of satisfying. I saw like this kid doing it, and like his mom was like telling him to stop, but it is like interesting to watch for like maybe a
Yeah.
minute. But I don't get how you can watch that forever.
But like this kid did it for fun. Like he's like, oh man, like if this is making more than my minimum wage job, like I want to give it a try. He did it for like a couple hours, and he said he made $30 an hour.
God,
He was like, I might as well just keep going, but he felt cringe. He's like, dude, like I don't know why I'm doing this. Like I just feel so cringe doing it.
it's like
But-
yummy pizza. It's like whatever
Yeah,
that emoji is, they say it out
Like,
loud.
man, taco, like, bro, like I just don't understand like why people.
The live streaming is
But
crazy to me.
There's an audience for it. I don't know.
I always think like young kids, like, do they enjoy watching it live or not? Because like I don't watch, like I couldn't see the appeal to like watching something live. Just watch the playback. But
That's
there's an
true.
audience for it.
there is. I remember the people it's like doing live of their Twitch streams on there to push them to go. To Twitch.
What?
Yeah, like because you can make it vertical and like you can stream at the same time Twitch and TikTok live. So it's like
Dang.
they would just be like pushing them to go to Twitch to watch the full screen of the gameplay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. So many
Cool.
things that you do now to like progress. But
There's always an audience. I remember you said that. Like there is like whatever
Audience,
niche
there's
or
always-
whatever you're doing, there's always an audience.
yeah,
Man.
there's definitely a subreddit for everything you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ended off. Last topic was Utopia because Mateo mentioned it, and then I was like, "Did you see the thing
Yeah.
about how it's not doing it anymore?"
Yeah, I was like, because I just saw a post from him, but it seems like things are still moving forward. But then I guess he brought something about like it's not at the pyramids
Because he was
anymore.
supposed to live stream because the album was supposed to come out the 28th, right? Or it is supposed to come out the
Yeah.
28th, which is next week. And then he's going to do like a live stream of the album and like an event of it, basically at the pyramids like of Giza, like in Egypt. But I saw something a Complex posted, and like the music commission, I guess there's a commission there because it's a popular thing to do. It's not like outlandish. Like they've had artists and stuff that usually perform at the feet of the steps or feet of the pyramids. But I guess they denied his request to do it, and they like claimed like his like background, his imagery, his music, and his lyrics like they are kind of like against what we stand for and against like
Probably
the
what happened.
pyramids history and whatnot.
Yeah, probably what happened with like the stuff in Houston. They're like, you know,
They
not
quoted
a lot of trust.
they quoted something else that was like,
Isn't it
well,
invite only?
I don't know,
I don't know either.
but
I
basically,
feel like if
yeah.
it's invite only, then like you have a controlled crowd.
And
Like,
yeah, I think it'd be like a smaller event, but I think it's just like it's basically just principles. All the comments were like actually in support. Like I checked the comments and assuming like Complex audience would be like, what? Like it's not happening, this and that. But a lot of them are just like respect, like standard. Oh no, it was Yahoo. That's what it was. It wasn't Complex. It was Yahoo. So it's probably an older people that are commenting on a Yahoo article.
they're like, oh, like keep this like wonder of the world safe.
They
Like,
were just
don't
like
burn
yeah, like
it.
preserve your history. Like don't let them tarnish your history. Like good for them. They're standing up and preserving their countries, whatever, this and that. Because like a lot of people are trying to like currently, like all the theories, oh the pyramids aren't real, this and that. And they're like, there's been a lot of negative talk about the pyramids and like yeah, it's good on them to like preserve it. And I was like, that's a good way to look at it. But that's probably a way older crowd. But then yeah, I guess the question is like, what's he gonna do now? Is he still gonna do it? Is the album still gonna come out?
I think I still listen to it. I mean, depending what it is, I'd be open to watching the live stream.
They said Rolling Loud. Is Rolling Loud Miami soon? Because the the
Be hot then.
the
It's so hot there right now.
the founder of Rolling Loud, I believe, like commented because someone was like, "Is Travis performing his new set?" Because Travis is one of the headliners, and the comment was just like, "Oh, like is Travis even gonna do any of his new Utopia stuff?" And then he commented and was like, "He's gonna do more than you think." Like I emoji, and that's like days before the 28th. Someone said one of the Rolling Louds. Um, but yeah, and I was like, "Dang!" So he might tease some stuff then, and then hopefully it still drops the 28th.
July 21st, 23rd.
Yeah, that's this
That's
weekend.
this weekend.
Yeah. So he's one of the headliners. So they like the founder like teased like maybe he's gonna do a lot of leaks, not leaks, but a lot of songs from the album.
Yeah. 99% sold out.
Crazy.
Dude, it's hot in Miami. I just don't.
Is that where it's at?
This
the
one,
one
this,
about-
this, yeah, the Miami one.
Wow, yeah. So shout out. Maybe we'll get some sneak peeks and previews then, and then we'll see what happens the 28th. But yeah, I wonder like because that was their big rollout plan. I wonder what they shift to, in terms of like rolling it out and streaming it and whatnot.
Yeah, and then we'll wait for Drake, I guess, too. I mean,
He just does it whenever. He doesn't even care. Like the last couple ones have just been like, all right, here it is.
what was the one? I think it was the one with all the pregnant certified lover boy
Mhm.
and then Donda. I think they were both competing at that
Oh.
time. So they're like, who's gonna drop first?
Kanye is supposedly working on his too now. He's in Japan actually.
yeah.
He's recently in Japan, spotted working on it. But yeah,
Wild. We'll see what happens.
yeah, man.
Good time for music.
Yeah,
Well, I guess that's kind of it.
yeah. We'll wrap it up.
It was kind of a good day or a good like time frame of topics and trends. We'll see what happens in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
A lot
give an
changes.
update. We'll give the Barbie review update and whatnot.
Oh my god, yeah. That's
But yeah,
yeah. I guess we can close the note on that.
yeah. We'll catch you guys on the flip. Subscribe, like, follow us on Instagram. Check us out. Check our website out. We changed it up. So yeah,
Yeah, we made it a little bit nicer, welcoming, a bit more informative, but not too informative. Just kind of keeping it simple.
Yeah.
On the homepage, but we're getting there. Baby steps.
yes.
Yeah. All right. Catch you
All right.
in the next one.
Peace.